Take heed, my brother, stay the star. Wash your hands and pay your master. Corona will kill you. Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona. Stop congregating, practice social distancing. Forget the dollar, let's put our hands together. Stop congregating, practice social distancing. Forget the dollar, let's put our hands together. Your country needs you, your family loves you.
Yes, we do.
Let's all unite together.
Everybody.
Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
We must all unite. Trinidad and Tobago and the entire world. We in this thing together. Just look what happened all over the world. Hey, listen. In Italy, China, and America, COVID-19 is a killer. Protect the nations, obey the guidelines. Let's be our brother's keeper. Only then we will survive this thing together. So everybody, let me sing a new anthem. Wear your mask now. Wash your hands now. Sanitize now. Wear your gloves now. Oh gosh, in the light, people distance themselves now. Everybody now, sing it for us.
Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
We must follow the nation's guidelines. We must beat this thing together. COVID-19 corona. We must play our part to beat this killer. Please play your part.
And I just, ooh.
For those who play in ignorance, talking about true African descendant. If you want to know the truth, take a trip back to your root. And somewhere on that journey, you go see a man in a dhoti saying it prayers in front of a chandy. Then and only then you'll understand what is a cosmopolitan nation. There's no room for prejudice at all. United we stand divided.
And I just want to say good night, good night, good night, good night. Going on to the whole entire world. Good night. Why? Hey, just make a joyful noise.
Let us live as one under the sky.
I'd like to welcome each and everyone to our Sunday show. Sunday show. What's wrong with me? Yeah, we're already, you know. Oh my God. So, you want to kick off the show?
Yeah, might as well. Let me just take this down because
Hey, so I want to say good night going on to each and every one. Welcome, welcome. It's another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. We got Colin in the building. He's going to take over the show for the night. Little prayer. That's three little words, I don't know.
yeah, no, I mean, we call it Colin's corner, but it's our corner, you know, Trini corner, if you want to call it that. I'm gonna get more into the free. Right. We cannot be 6 feet apart. This camera is not right, you know.
Right. So,
But
go on this side. Stay out.
yeah, I mean, so if you notice, viewers, good night, Isaac, Marcus, big singer. Haven't seen you in a while. Good night, someone else, Haley out there, Melina Rose.
Oh, hi Melina. Good afternoon going on to you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Happy Corona going on to you. I hope everything is fine. You and the daughter. Blessed good afternoon going to our people all the way up on that side. Princess Tong food. Princess Tong. Can't remember the Tableland. Big shout out going to our people all the way in Tableland. All over Trinidad and Tobago, all over the Caribbean, all over the world, New York, Florida, all my friends in Florida. Big up my mother. I know she's looking on right now all the way in Paisley Boulevard. My sisters, good night going on to you all, and I hope you're having a wonderful time. Be safe, sanitize, you know, wash your hands, normal thing, you know.
Yeah, that's good night again. I think I'll probably have to speak about, you know, the whole pandemic thing every night, at least touch on it, because tonight again, 2 hours. Tonight again, I have witnessed irresponsible behavior. I'm not gonna name the bar and give you the location. I'll just give you an idea. It's in San Fernando, and right now, if you pass there, they moved the bar to the road, basically. The bar is open, people buying in the bar, not in the bar, but they liming in the road. A crowd of at least 20-something people. People dancing and scanting and all kind of thing, music playing hard. So, I'd like to call on the authorities to please encourage these, what to call them, naive people to desist. Because this is, you know, and I think it occurred to me, I don't know why it didn't occur to me before. We was talking last night and talking about, you know, they're having your 2 people in the taxis, but your car separate them by 6 feet in a car, obviously. But I don't think it's that. I think they're trying to reduce the numbers so that if they have to contact trace, it should be a lot easier. I think that is the main issue, because now again, I think we had 40 something today. So we near the 600 mark for active infections, I think it is, or total infections. But the interesting thing is, there are 3 people in intensive care out of those active cases. So, not to take away from the importance of what we're doing, but if this pandemic is so deadly, what percentage is that? That's what, 0.01% of the people who get infected sick? Or, well, at least not sick, but needed intensive care. Thank God it is that, and we pray that those people who are in intensive care now would recover fully and soon. But in the meantime, let me try and not create more, issues and problems, and try not to, those of us responsible enough, I know some people cannot be spoken to, but if that is the case, then we need law enforcement to put a hand. Because I saw another bar in San Fernando on the way here, and I noticed people inside the bar. So we ain't getting it still. So every night, if that is what I have to do, I will bring this up. And then we'll go on to the topic tonight, which I chose. Well, my wife actually suggested it. Because we try to get, we're trying to deal with everyday issues that people have to face, and maybe come up with some solutions as to, talk about what people face and talk about maybe what we could do to solve these problems. So tonight's edition is called the Tenant edition. Basically, we're talking about those. I mean, we could probably touch on the landlords too, so we could call it the landlord and tenant edition. But I think tenants generally in Trinidad, people who rent a place to live at, I'm not talking about your stabbing cabin, I'm talking about where you live. I'm talking about the stabbing cabin, right? I don't know, it's a men who have stabbing cabin and pretending to ladies that there's bachelor. That time is about 5-6 of them paying up to rent the stabbing cabin, and then they'll carry the girl there and make it look like if them alone living there and there's batchy and stabbing cabin. So that's a warning for you naive young ladies and others. I can be so young, but it is gone. It happened a long time. Right? So we're talking about those who, can't afford to buy a house yet or get a down payment to buy a house or whatever, and have to rent. And there are thousands of tenants in Trinidad. And I have personally experienced a lot of, besides illegal activity, a lot of, when you go looking for a place, you have expectations, you have your family, so you might know how much bedrooms you want. You prefer to have a private bathroom, you're studying location. But first of all, how do landlords come about the pricing of the property that they're renting out? What, in developed countries and not so developed countries, the price is related to accessibility to services, malls, schools, churches, groceries, pharmacies, that sort of thing, access to public transport, closeness to the city, crime rate. These things are what would affect the price that you would charge for your place. And in Trinidad, no. People just decide they pull a number out of some part of the rectum. Yeah, charging $3,500 for my place to have 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, and that is my price. And the house is on El Tucush, right? So, so somewhere along the line over the years, people came up with this idea: instead of renting a house or renting a upstairs and a downstairs, they could build these apartment buildings and stuff 8-10 people in it. And the places can't pass inspection. They have 1 entrance in and 1 entrance out, no emergency escape. They have illegal wiring, a lot of, they don't have enough water tanks, all kind of things that people have to face, and the prices are ridiculous. And then somewhere along the line, And I think this is something I want to touch to with regards to the way people decide they're going to implement their own laws. Somewhere along the line, some landlord decide he gonna charge what you call a deposit. Now, Consumer Affairs is always tell you, let the buyer beware, right? And encourage people to exercise their right as consumers to refuse to pay for a service or goods because it doesn't meet the requirement, whatever your requirements are. So this landlord decide, okay, I am going to charge you a deposit which is equivalent to 1 month's rent, which you must pay in advance, in addition to which you cannot use that deposit as a month's rent. That is not a law in Trinidad and Tobago. There is no law, and that is one of the things we have to discuss, because the regulation of the that industry, if you want to call it that, is very non-existent. And we had long ago, I don't think they're in existence anymore, what you call a rent assessment board. And I think the government needs to look into these things, and people need to talk about these things, because there are a lot of unfair practices. People could just decide they don't want you in the place again and give you a week notice and they were out, right? I mean, of course, we're not saying that there aren't tenants who overdo the thing. We're not saying that at all. But generally what we're talking about now is for the person who cannot afford to have a place renting out and has to rent somewhere. These are the issues that he has to face. So we're not justifying bad behavior by tenants tonight. No, quite the contrary. We're talking about what it is the landlord and them is do and implement, and what you know as a person renting have to deal with, right? So the confusion I have is how so many places in Trinidad could be so unlivable, and yet people showing you these places. I remember one time I went in Koki and met with this guy who showed me this downstairs apartment. I walked through it. He stood outside. It was a downstairs something. I think it was 2 apartments downstairs or something like that, and 2 upstairs. And when I came back out, he saw my face, which was like, you know, my wife and I come on. He said, "What happened? You don't like it?" I asked him, I said, "You will live here." You know, if you rent in a place, it should be somewhere you would be comfortable to live. Why should it be something you just knock up and say, "Yeah, I'm going to charge $3,500. And, you know, and why, what it is people coming up with how are they coming up with these prices and these laws? That whole thing with somebody, okay, so you renting a place right now, and for some reason you have to move, and you have to fight to get your deposit. You probably will not get it back, so you decide you're going to stay out the extra month. But you need now to go and get a deposit to go and pay the next place you're going to rent. You understand? So you always have to have this junk of money to move. You have to pay the movers and them, whoever it is, transportation, whoever it is, you have to pay them. Right? Things in Trinidad need to change to a kind of level of civility. You know, we behave like if we uncivilized. Everybody just gimme kind of attitude. And that is one of the things that I think that industry where, you know, people renting properties out, that is a big problem in Trinidad. There's too much of craziness going on here. You charging a whole $500 more for an apartment because it have an AC in it. You're balling gated community because it have a gate that working with a remote. That is not a gated community. A gated community, there's a pool and tennis court and security and all kind of thing. That is a gated community. And people advertising gated. So, it's not supposed to be having a gate? Why why are you telling people the place gated? Well, duh. Why you don't put doored? Because, or windowed? Because, you know, roofed. Because apparently, you know, there's a big thing, toileted, to have a, you know, to have a gate. Oh, wow. Everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry have a remote gate now. There no big thing. So there's a selling point. I have to pay extra because you have a remote gate. You understand? Lighted because they have electricity. It's silly. So you know, you'll hear a lot of horror stories with people having to deal with some unscrupulous landlords. You know, time to move, they come in and they're looking for you painting up the place, all kind of thing. I know it has some tenants. If a bulb had to change, they call in the landlord, you know. And in a way, I don't blame them. Have a bulb blow in the place. Hey, a bulb blow. You understand? You come, you have a place, you have 5, 6 apartments. When you watch it at 2 tank. You understand? 2 800-gallon tank. And then who paying the light bill for the pump? Who paying the light bill for the gate, for the gated community? You understand? It had to go to somebody, right? I witnessed 2 places. I was renting a place in San Fernando, and I didn't realize it didn't have it had a back gate, but little did I understand before I moved in that back gate was blocked off because they built an apartment downstairs in a corner that blocked off that back gate. So I didn't have no back entrance. You understand? And I was going to work. I couldn't change my mind at that time. So I ended up taking the place, I kind of guess, Skull. You understand? And these are the things that, you know, people have to deal with in this country. No kind of redress for somebody if they don't want to give you your deposit back, for instance. Nothing, no damage done to the place. And how they assessing that? What are they going to say? Well, the sink discolored, or it have a cracked window pane. Window pane is cracked. How much you going to charge me for the cracked window pane? You understand? How much you going to take out from the deposit? It's sad, and it makes, to me, this is unfair to somebody who struggling to make ends meet, trying to make up a little money to say put down on a house or something, and you leave a lot of people to squat. People go in and again some plyboard and knock up a little 2x4 and, you know, dig a hole and build a little latrine, and rather than rent. And in a way, you can't blame them, because some places they're really unfair. They're unfair. They know the place illegal. They know what they're doing illegal, but they're doing it anyway because nobody holding them accountable. Nobody coming and arrest no landlord for having a building with 1 exit and entrance, even though it is against the law. I just wonder, is there a way, if you bring up that with border inland revenue, tongue and country, if you bring that up with tongue and country, would they do something about it? Because most likely, the place get passed because some money pass. And that is always talking about corruption. He's talking about corruption plenty on Colin's Corner. I think you gotta have a corruption edition. Because corruption everywhere. Corruption in, because I mean, digressing again, you have the school buses that, you know, people charge money for a seat on their bus to carry a child to and from school every day. But your child could miss school for a week, but you have to pay that bus. But they say it's a charter. Now, where in the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago says that I have to pay you for a seat, and you're overfull in the bus, eh? So it's not to say the child actually have a seat. That child sharing a double seat with 2 other and 3 other children, but you have to pay them for the week, right? Where in they see there's another law, just like the deposit for the apartment, that people came, it's not a law, they come up with this thing and they have this understanding, this togetherness. In dotishness, we have a togetherness, but in positive things, we don't have that. To do dotishness, to create our own laws, to say as such, we good at that. And that is a sad thing in this country, that people don't have the ability or don't have the willingness to say, I'm not doing that, I'm not paying for that. That's why groceries, look, the Supermarkets Association, right? All of them come together, they ban Ramsaran. 2 days later, they unban Ramsaran. Well, all right. They have a point there in a way. They say they're satisfied that Ramsaran do what it is was necessary. And I have arguments to and for this whole ban thing, for and against, sorry. And the purchaser, the person who buying, could decide, well, no, I'm not buying it. Because some people believe that they, you know, they did nothing wrong, or the daughter didn't do nothing wrong, I should say. The company as such, you can't really blame them because I don't think she represents the company in that capacity. Nevertheless, like we say, the Supermarket Association, which is an association of supermarket owners. So what could they do as an association? Not fix prices, not agree among themselves what prices they're going to call for certain goods and services. And then as a consumer, what do? You go and you pay for it, just like we talking about the places for rent. If people need places to stay, yes. But if people refuse to take a place because it's overpriced, it's substandard, they'll have no choice but to drop. It has some stubborn people that they insist they must get this money. And they'll leave it empty for months. But they don't understand you're not making any money if you just have an empty apartment. As we say, eat little and live long. But this is a long-standing issue in this country where people just do whatever they want when it comes to renting out properties. You know how much is to rent a house now? The average family cannot rent a house. Renting a house is ridiculous. I do think you could get a good house in Trinidad to rent for less than $4,000 a month. Who had that kind of money to dispose of every month? You gotta starve. You can't, and then you have to go and buy things on hire purchase. You have to pay interest on that. These are the things we'll be talking about on this forum, because this is one of the things that affects the standard and quality of your life. You have to spend how much hours a day out from your home, whether it be purchasing. Because if you're purchasing the house, look how long you have to pay for. What kind of 30 years and all kind of thing you have to pay. You living outside the house, but you're paying for it. Right? You're never home. You have to work to go and pay for that home that you can't live in. Right? When the banks now have the ability to take that house from you, if you have some issue paying them, whatever it is, you face, if it's job cut, salary cut, you get sick, and that bank will come and take, despite all the money you pay, that bank will come and pull you out. Right? And then what? According to the age you get put out now, what are you going to do? Start again? Get a mortgage again? I don't understand how people are supposed to survive in this country. I hear a lot of people saying, comparing prices to the States. Let me see, average price in some places for a whole house, furnished and everything going to the States, you know how they sell the house. They're selling no house empty. Yeah. You're getting appliances, furniture, everything. When you move in, you don't have to come with nothing. You have to come with no U-Haul and bring your things from the last place. You come in, everything there. The most thing you might have to buy is the linens and your clothes and things, you bring that in. But otherwise than that, everything there. Bed, living room set, TV, everything. And you will pay, what, 150,000? Even if you multiply that by, people just want to multiply it. In America, people not looking at TT dollars. If they're making $5,000 a month, them could afford a house to buy a house, right? Who in Trinidad making $5,000 a month could afford to buy a house? They had a rent. And when you're renting, if you had to pay, if you're making $5,000 a month and you're renting, you're looking at somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 a month. What kind of place you getting for $1,500 and $2,000 a month? And history shows that when you group a set of people together in these apartment blocks, it always has some kind of conflict. Always has some kind of strife. You might have a neighbor like to blast music 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Or they have a baby crying and you can't sleep, you have to get up early in the morning to go to work, right? Because the whole thing like wafer, right? What kind of quality of life you could possibly have making $5,000 a month? Then you and your wife have to work, right? So you say she making 5, you making 5, $10,000 all they're making, right? All they're sharing, all they're paying rent, or they might have a car all they're paying for. When you're done, you're looking for a bar to go and stand up out in the road and drink. No, at least. You understand? But how much you could save? How you gonna how you gonna make up the down payment on a house? When you gonna do that? When you're old and grey? You ain't gonna get no mortgage when you're old and grey. You have a time limit to do that, right? Now Trinidad mortgage, I'm advertising for them in a way, is 2%, right? The lowest interest rate anyway. But people will go to the bank. I have a friend, well, let's call him a cousin. He built a house, and the money done. You get bad work, like the next thing. You building a house in Trinidad. Get ready to get gray hair, you know. If you didn't have before, you're going to get gray hair. Because it's real strain when you have to deal with builders and, contractors and who putting up roof and who doing electrical and who doing gate. And anybody who build a house from scratch will tell you is real strain. You can't be turning your back on them while the thing going on, It is very rare that you will get somebody, a builder, who will cover you without you having some form of, dispute with them. You understand? And that is why some people actually choose not to build. Good night, Janine. Janine? I see Jin Chi.
Yeah.
Good night, good night. She in Trinidad?
Yeah, she's right, Marabella, right here. Hey,
Hey,
good night going out to you and husband. And the little one, congratulations going out to you both. And now, soon coming, new baby. We go jump.
Who is expecting?
Expecting it,
All right,
yes.
all right.
Congratulations going out to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and as you talk about children, congratulations to all the children who wrote the essay today. I hope that's a big weight off the back now, and thank God for that. Hopefully everything went smooth and people heeded my advice and didn't carry the train out to get coronavirus and pizza, right? We hope, that, we don't know when school going to open now. They'll get the results, but they'll not be able to go to that school that they passed for in a while. It's a real strange time we live in, But, and then now we're looking at situations here where so many people now losing, not getting the regular salary they're accustomed to pre-COVID, and some not getting any salary at all. St. Croix. Good night, St. Croix. Jennifer Brown is watching.
I hope you went and did the pothole police today for us, so I'm expecting a video in the morning, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said she was going on.
Yeah, she said she was going. I hope she get the time, but the weather was not so hot.
It wasn't nice, yeah.
And good night to Ria Suklal Singh. I think you told her already.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
nice. So we need to, how to put it? Consumers, whether it be service you're paying for, rental, even the mortgage. How many people know you could go and negotiate your rate? If you have enough money saved up with a bank, you could negotiate your rate. Plenty people don't know that. You demand your rate because this is the leverage you have. You could tell them, if you don't give me a lower rate, I'm taking my money and going to another bank. There's competition. We have how many? About 5 or 6 different banks in Trinidad, major banks. Right? You could go with your money. They can't stop you. If you're not willing to give me a better rate, I'm going sue. You understand? It thunder where?
St. Croix.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Rain and thunder.
In St. Croix. Hey, we had some today, man. That weather was wow.
But it wasn't so bad. It was just.
On your side?
It was bad, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get flood inside here, bro.
Serious?
Yeah, I had flood.
Oh, I really hear up on the side had plenty. Out down deeper south where I am from, it was just a steady drizzle. Just a steady, slight drizzle whole day. I was going to wash the car and I changed my mind.
So which means, Jennifer Brown, you couldn't go outside today and video our patrol police. So since you had so much thunder and lightning, wow, I could imagine. So I hope everything is fine. I hope you're inside and not getting wet. I hope you cover up the swimming pool. So I hope everything is okay down there.
She has swimming pool and thing.
What?
Nice.
Hey.
Nice life.
You know, long this old lady begging me to come up St. Croix. I can't wait. Yes, no long she come in Carnival, Trinidad Carnival. So I might just be able to go on the trip.
Yeah, well, that is when you can't travel. You can't go nowhere.
I can start swimming. I sure.
Miami is 15
I
minutes
could swim,
away
right?
now. You could swim.
To St. Croix.
You might meet some sharks on the way. Yeah, but yeah, St. Croix is supposed to be a nice. The Caribbean real nice, you know. I wish, I pray that the Caribbean controls the coronavirus. We don't need to go to these other countries, really, you know. The Caribbean real nice.
Yeah, so big shout out going out to Joe, Nando.
Oh, Joe Nando Fong, right? What's the para dude?
Yeah. Good
man.
night going out to you. Hope everything is fine.
Yeah. So he's up in the US.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we was talking about that last night. 50,000 cases a day in the US. Things not looking good. I don't know how they're going to even conduct an election. It is a real strange time we live in, boy. Real strange time. Real frustrating time. It just being, constricted like that. I mean, I kind of used to it. Not that I was in jail or anything. But, on the job I used to do, basically, you're out on a rig for 28, plus days, and you don't have the ability to drink a beer, see your family, take a walk down the road. You understand?
Yeah.
Can't do nothing like that. So it is a discipline, and I think this is where we seen Trinidad lacks discipline. Trinidadians, sorry to say, we lack discipline. We gone and we realize how far we gone. We don't know when we gone. We just gone. Because, we're not the little trend that the Prime Minister that come and tell you, don't do this and do that, and, and I go send the police for you if you do it. We're supposed to be big enough to understand, hey, let me just, bang the belly a little bit and make it happen now. But we are like that.
Hey, gonna take one break, gonna be right back. Don't you even touch that dial. Don't you even move. Take your finger off the remote. Take it off. Hey, gonna be right back.
A G-Call, and this is a proper endorsement for Fortress Radio. Yeah! Oh yeah! Top of the world! What's a play? Yes, I am. Oh yeah! Jimel Fortune! There's a place I know I'd really love to take you. Yeah! Jimel Fortune will be playing big tunes there. Top of the world! I see this place so clearly from my window. Yes, I do, baby. When Fortress Radio I play, I be a gunshot in the air. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. And this place is in my memory. Jimel Fortune, it's a place idiot sounds can never go. Take me back to the old days when things used to lie. Fortress to the world. And this I wanna feel the girls. Back to the old days, those days I adore. Lovers would hold on tight on the day's floor. Back to the old days. Bang, 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 bang. Back in the old days. Jimel Fortune, you are the done. Yeah, man, this is G. Cole saying make sure you stay keeping it locked to Fortress Radio with Jimel Fortune. You see me? All the exclusive G. Cole music will be right here.
On your computer or mobile device.
2, 3, let me go. Jump up if you're from the hands up if you come to. Jump up if you're from the welcome to my.
You're listening to Jimel Fortune on www.fortressradio.com.
Come on, boy.
Yeah. Nah. Hey, what happened to you, boy? Don't touch that dial.
I'm feeling to give them another one. Give them another one. Mr. Batman, come on, another drop.
Jamaica, jamming on top of the world, the Mecca of Carnival.
Hey, don't forget, just letting you know, you can make that phone call. You can hit us up on Messenger, also on WhatsApp. Also, you can make that phone call to that number you see on the screen, 327-2947. You can send me a voice note too. Okay, so how about our edition? Tenant edition.
All suck together in the middle of the night when the thing is right. We just suck with one another. If I was to marry, I would have married a okro. Not the ordinary okro, but a nice green okro. Cause okro the slime and I the slime and we just all slime together. In the middle of the night when the thing is right, we just slime with one another. If I was to marry, I would have married a pin. Not the ordinary pin, but a nice straight pin. Cause pin does choke and I does choke and we just all choke together. In the middle of the night when the thing is right, we just choke with one another. I do the choke, stab it, choke, 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 choke with one another. I do the choke, stab it, choke, 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 choke with one another. If I was to marry, I would have married a ball. Not the ordinary ball, but a nice size ball. Cause ball does bounce and I does bounce and we just all bounce together. In the middle of the night when the thing is right, we just bounce with one another. Every girl where you bounce, 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 bounce with one another. Every girl where you bounce, 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 bounce with one another. If I was to marry, I would have married a bull. Not the ordinary bull, but a big black bull. Cause bull does bull and I does bull and we just all bull together. In the middle of the night when the thing is right, we just bull with one another. And we go bull, 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 bull with one another. And we go bull, 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 bull with one another. I's a madman, you feel it skits. I's a madman, I'm telling you, I's a madman. You really feel it skits. I's a madman.
I love this song.
Yeah, boy. You see that? That was it was oh gosh, he was on a video with this big soca artist, bro. I can't remember his name now.
I ain't see it. I ain't see it.
Ras, who? No. Oh God, he's right so much. That's so big soca tune, boy. He big. Oh God, I can't remember his name. I can't remember none of these songs he sing right now. There's so many songs the man sing. Oh God, help me, somebody. He was on a live with this fella.
Yo, what help you sing?
And the next thing I know, the song come out because he was, you were seeing his split screen.
Yeah.
And he was there, when he heard the lyrics, go he sing it.
Yeah.
And God, why I can't remember. God, he's big in this thing, boy. Oh God. And the song just there, and I'm trying to sing the song, you'll know the name. I can't remember the man name, boy, but he was in it.
They use the Scania.
I don't know, boy.
The Scania.
It erased my memory.
The Scania. They leave it too long. They leave it too long. They leave it too long right there.
It had to be that.
Hey, so wanna say good evening going on to the man himself, Junior Glasgow. Thank you so much for helping me out today. Boy. I want that gas. So I call Junior. I pop some windows there, I call Junior. Because he had the stuff. Hey, but thank you so much for the love all the time. I can't help but thank you for everything. Brother indeed. I don't call it a father indeed.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help one another. Not just bull and choke and suck and slime with one another. Yeah. You should help one another.
Big shout out to the lady herself, Stacey Ann, all the way in Point 14. A song drunk. Well, I ain't drink yet. I could do that drink. Yeah.
Who's on the drum? You or me?
I don't know.
It could be me.
I probably look at too much alcohol.
Till we get drunk.
Yeah.
He's sounding like it have pin down there.
Pin down there.
Who's this Stacy?
Damn, a friend of mine there. What you talking about? What you talking
Yeah, you need to have a private conversation. Yeah.
So as we get back into our show,
Yeah. Why not? So the Tenant edition. Now, why we might focus on residential tenancy and the horrors that tenants face in Trinidad, paying rent to people for places that substandard. Stacey, I'm giving trouble.
yes,
Yeah. So
you like to get trouble, kid. You just
Yeah.
love to give trouble. Right?
Yeah.
Stop it, okay? Have a good night going out to you and the kids. And we have an anniversary we're gonna be doing when I hope everything would clear up, you know. So we have an anniversary we're gonna be going to next 2 months. Yeah, next 2 months.
next 2 months.
Yeah, we get invited.
Well, alright. Nothing wrong with that.
You're counting heads, right?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully by then it will be 5. But we have to flatten the curve again. Yeah, to take our iron and flatten the curve. And then we will be able to increase the numbers. Yeah, so like I was saying, we was dealing with residential, the horrors that tenants face. Oh, it's the man in blue. I looking like I drunk?
It's you she do it.
It's me she did, and it's sounding like a pin.
Listen, man, he always drunk. He don't drink, you know, but always drunk. That is normal. Okay?
Alright then, I will take that. Small thing. But good night to you, Stacey Ann. I am Colin, by the way. This is Colin's corner. No love lost at Jamel, but I'm still mad.
What you mad about?
Uh-huh.
You're mad at me?
Maybe like I was saying, there's no need to have a private conversation. I feel so.
Yeah.
I feel that things shouldn't come on air.
We go take that up later, okay?
So horrors we face as tenants in Trinidad and Tobago, having to find a place that is meeting your requirements. And I would think that most people in Trinidad rent a place, settle for where it is they are to get. Because, you know, the people don't really make a nice place for you. And that's a good idea. Print some jerseys for the crew. And you know, you just take it because the price good and the location might be convenient for you, or you know. But there's a saying, in this day and age, let me say you're renting a 2-bedroom apartment and you have teenage daughters or a teenage daughter. You gotta share that bathroom with that teenage daughter, and that's difficult. I mean, you'll tutu down yourself because if she inside it and she's singing tune. You understand? She having that time shampooing the hair and doing whatever she does in the bathroom as teenagers do. You'll have to wait a while. And of course, it's very difficult to find a 2-bedroom apartment with 2 bathrooms. And if you do, you have to pay premium price, you know, regardless of where it's located, which is silly. People putting up townhouses in the bush. A townhouse that's what it's called, a townhouse, not a village house. It is a townhouse. Why would you want to have your neighbors on both sides of you pay $1 million+ for a townhouse in the bush and have neighbors on the left and the right? If you fart hard, they smell it.
Hey, want to say good night going on to Tiana. Hey, your birthday is coming up very soon. We're going to be doing that birthday bash. I can't wait. It's on the show right here each and every Mondays to Fridays. You can catch us right here live at Colin's Corner. And our topic tonight is all about Tenants Edition, where, you know, so whole heap of things happening with our tenants and with our our building owners and landlords and stuff like that, and things we should need to know about how to do it, when to do it, why not doing it, you know. Also, we would love to hear from you. You can hit us up on Messenger or WhatsApp. You can send me a voice note and you know, join in our conversation. Also, you can send us a text. You can join us with a text if you feel like.
Stacey had this trouble.
Stacey,
she doesn't say she went small. She said print jersey, she want one, obviously. She want a small.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will organize that. We'll print some jerseys for you. Okay, and you want a small? How small? Baby small? Oh, okay, small. Okay, medium, small, medium, large.
Extra
Okay,
small.
extra small. Okay, getting that. Gonna get that for you.
She wanted to fit tight. Yes. So. Oh, so she said
Yeah.
for your anniversary. Yeah.
Okay, okay, no problem.
So yeah. So not only there's also the issue you're hearing a lot of I think the bar association. Remember you talk about supermarket association. You have the bar association. And nothing wrong with them having associations. Yeah, taxi drivers association, all kind of thing. That's why they raise the fares together. The yeah, and people balling.
Yeah.
You know, people balling because it unfair all how, and I think that is where people have to understand everybody had to live. You know, the taxi drivers have their bills to pay, yes, but they can't make money unless people travel with them, and if people don't have money to pay them, how are they gonna make money? So you have to find a balance somewhere, and that is where I go in with the bars. You have a lot of people who renting, you know, the place where the establishment is. They're renting a downstairs or a building or whatever, what have you. And I mean, the prices that people have charged over the years are ridiculous. I had a friend who had a very popular bar on the stretch after me, in Mayaro. It was a pink bar, good friend of mine. And he used to work offshore too, but when he was laid off, he took the bar. And he told me that if it wasn't for the slot machines, he couldn't sustain it because the rent was so high.
Right.
And I mean, this place always had people. Always, Sunday to Sunday. He used to hardly be home. He used to reach home in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock, he used to tell me. And by 6 o'clock, he back there again, bar open. And that's how busy that place was. So imagine the kind of rent he probably had to pay. And, you know, obviously, you know, renting the bar as a hobby. You're trying to make a living from it. And he got back work and he left it out, the bar, you know, because it wasn't making much sense. It was too demanding on him. And as I was saying, why would people charge that amount of rent and people could barely operate a business in it? It makes no sense. They'd have a place in Avocat. It used to have a grocery in it. They have a big sign for rent. No playway, no pork, no alcohol.
What?
It's more than a year there. Nobody rent. No, he should put nobody will rent here. Nope. This is what I say. For rent, no playway, no, not necessarily in that order, but that's what it say. No, for rent, no playway, no pork, no alcohol. So I think he should put a fourth line, no way. Because nobody is going to rent that place. Nobody is willing, because these are the things you have to do to make money. I mean, it's not illegal, but I suppose the person is probably a Muslim, and those things are against his religion. Unfortunately, you are not making any money. Your property is just there, and that is what's happening now. Especially people, if 20 bars close in Trinidad, you have people who was making money with the bars not making that money again unless they have an alternative. You have the people who was renting from to have the bars. They're not making any money unless they have an alternative, but at least not for the building they had or the space. So why not reduce the rent? Why not, make it more affordable for that establishment to operate, and you get something and they'll get something.
They're not gonna do that. They.
But there's the stupidity in it. You're not making anything if somebody is not paying you.
You know what they're saying? Hey, you have to live. You need a place to put your head. Your kids, you know, they're gonna pay. Where you getting the money from?
But that's the thing.
You know.
That's the thing. I mean, a lot of people was relying on the assistance from the government.
Yeah.
With the rental assistance, and I don't know many people got rental assistance.
I still waiting on mine. Hopefully by next week.
Yeah, I got the salary assistance. I got that, and food card. I got that.
Okay.
And I'm not ashamed to say I needed the help.
No, you need it. You need
Right.
it,
Some people be like, oh, you have food card. Yeah, I have food card. Right. And thank God I have a food card.
Yeah.
Because things are tough out here.
I may need to get a food card just now.
Yeah.
You know.
I apply for
need it.
everything. I
need
apply
it.
for everything. So, but the thing is, I think is and I see somebody suggested that on Facebook that they should make it a law, at least temporary, that landlords do demand rent for a period of time during the lockdown or whatever. And I don't know how true it is, but I was reading something. I think Germany had made it illegal for landlords to collect rent for a period of time because people could not go to work. But they are a very developed country, a very much larger economy than ours, so they might be able to sustain that easier than we. However, what happened to Stacy and my belly hurting?
What you doing? What you doing for your belly to be hurting?
But what you say before?
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Who she talking about though? Alright. I hope it's you because
no,
you're
not
the one
not
she
me.
had to have the private conversation.
Not me.
She trying. I digress.
Even yesterday I went to organize my internet bill, right, for internet. These people not dropping, or there is no change. It's the same price.
Yeah.
It's not going any lower. They're not budging. They're not giving you nothing.
And that's a good point you're bringing up, because corporate Trinidad, what have they done? I mean, we mentioned that last night where people say, when we was talking about how people say the soca artists and they make so much money for Carnival and they're helping, and we say, well, you don't know because they're not publicizing it, so you don't know. But corporate Trinidad, I wouldn't think that they would do charitable work and not publicize that, because that is a marketing tool for them.
Yes.
If they provide lights to our area, let me say, or Bella Road, for instance, they will say this courtesy so-and-so company or whatever, because that is what good corporate citizens do. They contribute to the community where they're based. British Petroleum is one. British Petroleum invested a lot of money in Guayari and surrounding areas back in the day when they had the base, and they used to cooperate with the Guaya Unemployment Committee. I think that was the name of group.
Yes.
And but now that we in this pandemic, come to think of it, as you mentioned, that what exactly is corporate Trinidad and Tobago doing to alleviate some of the hardships that people face in this country? And should we group them with the landlords and them, or group the landlords with them? Because the reality is people just not making as much money as before.
That's right. Hey, so people let us know how you are. If you are renting, how is your landlord doing with that? Is it the same price? Did he give you a reduction fee in your rent until our COVID thing is through? How is everything at your place? You can send me a voice note on Messenger or on WhatsApp, and at that number again is 327-2947, or you can send us a voice note. You can also send us a text message on our Facebook page, anywhere. Send us a message or send us that voice note, okay? Let us know what's happening, where you're at, how's everything, how you're going with food, with especially your rent. We're talking about Tenant edition. The man himself, Colin's Corner.
I think there was some businesses that they organize hampers for people. I think there was some people who did that. Some businesses. Oh yeah, my level is too low. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my jet. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I think there was some businesses that actually did help out with food stuff for people who were in need. No Jillian help out with fridge and stove.
I didn't get no help. I need help.
I know why I was living in La Hoqueta, but then again.
Oh, why La Hoqueta?
Nah, it's alright. Come to think of it, not really a sensible move.
Yeah.
So
new fridge?
Brand new.
You sure?
Brand new thing in box. They had photographs, mattresses, and so on. She She supplied many. So, corporate drilling.
Okay.
But I mean, that of course was an election stunt.
Right.
It's all over now. You ain't seen them, right?
You get nothing.
That is it. That is it for you, day. And let me digress a little bit. The appointments of the ministers and so on. I'm gonna touch that a little bit. This, even though it's the Tenant edition, where's that issue in there? Melvin. That is Melvin. Good night, Melvin. I see you a long time, boy.
Let me see if I can bring that. Luena Santa Flora, he sent us one of his video, and let's see if we can. First time I'm gonna be doing this. Let's see if we can get that online.
This is the evolution of the show. Let's see in the show. You all are viewing this show in the earlies. You all will witnessing the evolution of the show, so you could be able to compare it down the road with how it started up here. We developing a format and we developing, content. That's why we ask you to send in your videos with the potholes on them, so that we could do the pothole police segment. And we want to eventually start to give people incentives, or maybe we'll have like a video of the week, and probably get some sponsorship for people to, get a little something. So let me view this one. This one from Melvin. Let me see what is going on here.
Hey, Blazing Lab on top of the world. We are the Mecca. We are the vibe. All right, so we should have. I don't know what it is yet. I think I need to download this. Let me download this, and we'll get back at it.
Oh, you didn't download it?
No.
See what it's gonna do.
You see what I play it straight off of it.
Damn, just stream properly there. Yeah. All right. So again, that's what. Just like I said, you're witnessing the evolution of the show. Little teething problems, of course, but this as most things, bread boys. It's a lot of knee-jerk reactions and impulsive movements. So this was not something we sat down and planned. Even this Colin's Corner thing is just one day Jamel noticed that I was doing a live and called it Colin's Corner, and he wanted me to get involved with his broadcast, and that is what we're doing now. And we're trying to keep it interesting and lively because, Trinidad needs some more local content, everybody say, but we have some talent here. And we want to make it interactive more than anything else. Use the internet for that. Make people get involved. Viewers, we don't want this to just be about Jamel and I, or a guest, and Jamel and I, or Jamel and a guest. We want it to be interactive because we have to do this social distancing. We want it to be as if we was together liming and we talking and we exchanging ideas and videos, and keep it fun, keep it lively, keep it informative. No offensive behavior. Unlike that Man Junior played about how you want to choke and bowl and all kind of thing. You want to bowl everybody and all kind of thing. I don't know.
If I was to marry, I would have married a bull.
Yeah.
Not no ordinary bull, but a nice big bull. Because bull does bull and I does bull, and we just all bull together. In the middle of the night when the thing is right, we go bull with one another. And we go bull, 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 bull with one another. And we go drink, 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 drink. That's not any song.
No, not any song, but that's bestiality.
Yes.
Anyway. That shouldn't be.
Ah, boy.
You want to molest a bull. No. What going on there?
Nah, don't worry, man.
We still live?
Still live?
Yeah. We're live on. Yeah, do the same thing here.
Yeah, we still live. They'll come back when it just.
Oh, it's probably that thing where it has come back a few minutes later.
Yeah, because we already
Over an hour and a half already. No, well, an hour almost, yeah. An hour 20 minutes.
Oh, it's have a limit.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll run after.
So, what?
Right. So, what is the time? What's the time we're looking at here now?
It's now
already
9:20.
Time flying, boy.
And also, let's go pay one bill. Gonna be right back. It's all about the show right here live each and every Mondays to Fridays. Mondays to Fridays. Mondays to Fridays. We liming right here. We liming. Colin's corner. Colin's corner. On the corner. Colin's corner. On the corner. Right. It's a topic. Topic. The corner. It's Tenant edition. Tenant's edition. Oh gosh. We go Tenant's edition. Tenant's edition. Tenants.
People are gonna take me serious. They're gonna take me serious. People are gonna take me serious.
On your computer or mobile device.
2, 3, let me go. Jump up if you're from the. Hands up if you come to. Jump up if you're from the. Welcome to my land.
You're listening to Jamel Fortune on www.fortressradio.com. Don't touch that dial.
I'm feeling to give them another one. Give them another one. Mr. Batman, come on, another drop. I just wanna get to know you. Wanna get to know you. The only thing coming mind is
Radio.com. Jamming on top of the world. The Mecca of Carnival.
A G Colin, this is a proper endorsement for Fortress Radio. Yeah! Oh yeah! Top of the world! What's a play? Yes I am. Oh yeah! Jamel Fortune! There's a place I know I'd really love to take you. Yeah! Jamel Fortune will be playing big tunes there. Top of the world! I see this place so clearly through my window. Yes, I do, baby. When Fortress Radio I play, I be a gunshot in the air. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, yeah. In this place is in my memory. Jamel Fortune, it's a place idiot sounds can never go. Take me back to the old days when dance used to night. Fortress to the world. And this I wanna feel the back girls. To the old days, those days I adore. Love is good, hold on tight on the dance floor. Back to the old days. Bang, 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 bang. Back in the old days. Jamel Fortune, you know you are the done. Yeah, man, this is G Cole saying make sure you stay keeping it locked to Fortress Radio with Jamel Fortune. You see me? All the exclusive G Cole music will be right here.
Take heed, my brother. Stay home, my sister. Wash your hands and wear your mask now. Corona will kill you. Corona. Stay home now. Stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
This one's for the whole entire world. Big up Shivalaka, Jamel Fortune, Foots, Hands, Rishi, all frontliners. For this version, COVID-19 Corona. Shiva, sick man.
Stop congregating, practice social distancing. Forget the dollar, let's put our hands together. Stop congregating, practice practice social distancing. Forget the dollar, let's put our hands together. Your country needs you, your family loves you.
Yes, we do.
Let's all unite together.
Everybody.
Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
We must all unite. Trinidad and Tobago and the entire world. We in this thing together. Just look what happening all over the world. Hey, listen. In Italy, China, and America, COVID-19 is a killer. Protect the nations, obey the guideline. Let's be our brother's keeper. Only then we will survive this thing together. So everybody, let me sing a new anthem. Wear your mask now. Wash your hands now. Sanitize now. Wear your gloves now. Oh gosh. In the line, people distance themselves now. Everybody now, sing the chorus.
Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
We must follow the nation's guidelines. We must beat this thing together. COVID-19 corona. We must play our part to beat this killer. Please play your part.
We must be our brothers' keepers. Must be our brothers' keepers and sisters. And it's all about our show. Don't forget, people, sanitize. Wear that mask. It's very important. It might save your life and others. Sanitize.
Disinfectant spray.
Yeah, sanitize.
Affordable. I know everybody.
No, that's very expensive.
Yeah, but it's cheaper than Lysol.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, yes.
Yeah,
You're so right.
Is a Lysol alternative.
Yeah.
Kills same thing Lysol.
Yeah.
It kills 99.9% of
Yeah.
germs. That 0.1%, I really don't know how to come up with that.
Hey, so people must be aware. You know, going inside, you just come from outside. You hold your out. Leave your clothes outside, man. Leave your clothes outside. Your shoes. Go take a shower one time and sanitize it. You know, you're touching the doors as you come inside.
Yeah,
you need to
spray the door
sanitize
handle.
that because you're outside holding. You know what you did. You know, don't bring that home. You know, go take a shower, hot shower if it's possible. You know, sanitize your body. You know,
Steam out yourself.
yes, steam out yourself if you have that. You know.
I saw a woman today. I went to get chicken.
Yeah.
And she came out of her car with a tissue and hold because you had to pull the door open.
Right.
For those who can't afford to have automatic doors, you know, it's everything supposed to be now as much as little, you know, hand contact as possible. Look, the simple thing like the sinks that they put in outside the businesses. If you wash your hand, you open the pipe, you wash your hand, and after you done wash your hand, you close the pipe. The same hand you now wash, you touch the pipe. So you ain't making no sense. I told some people about that in a business place in Faizabad. And the guy at the door told me, it's all in your mind. It's in your mind. This was in the first lockdown. But that's what I tell him. I say you all should supposed to at least put tissue or make it one of those where you push down on it and it will lock off for itself. So that you don't have to turn the pipe. What I do sometimes when is the type that you had to turn with your hand is put my elbow and, you know, and close it off with that. I mean, if my elbow get contaminated, well, hopefully it wouldn't touch nowhere. You don't really touch places with your elbow, except maybe the armrest in your car or something. You know, and still, it's still a risk. So basically, you shouldn't be touching surfaces that other people touching, and you have to be conscious of that. So, again, we just reiterating that. So, because I want to be able to have a little more freedom than I do now, and I can't do it without fellow citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
I even was at Caribbean Vibes today. I passed there today, and people still not aware. You know, not wearing your mask. Talk up in your feet, coming up to you. You know, close. Police passing. I staying for. I want to. I quite at the edge. Man coming closer to talk. You can talk from quite there. you know.
Yeah.
I'd leave early, you know, cause you know, as easy as it is, as simple as it is, you know, you don't know, you just don't know, and nobody is aware of, you know,
And,
every-
and that, like I was mentioning earlier, when we now start with our bar in San Fernando, the people all in the road, I think I agree with the suggestion that individual bar owners should be held accountable.
yes, yes,
And that don't close down all the bars, because it have some people I have seen are being very responsible. They're not allowing that kind of congregation and thing by the place, and they're not encouraging it. I mean, what I think is one of the factors contributing to that crowd by that bar is the loud music,
yeah,
because that is what drawing them together to behave basically in the way they behave in. I don't want to use the term.
use it, use
I'd
it,
say forming the animal
yeah,
rather than making yourself an ass,
whole,
right? But
a
I'll
what?
just say
Make yourself what?
just forming the animal.
Okay.
Be a little more, politically correct, if you want to call it that. But basically, I'm saying, not that I want the man business space closed down, that's why I'm not saying exactly where it is, I'm not pinpointing it. If he does witness the show, hopefully he will be aware that he stands to lose that income if they close him down, plus get fined, because I think it is, well, it's not in his business place, so I don't think he'll be liable, but still, you as a responsible business owner or operator of a bar, you could, tone it down, because the music is creating that scenario. Then maybe you need to lower it down or just stop playing it if you see it happening, because it's all of us here had to deal with this thing, and hopefully, as I say, the quicker we get that discipline to deal with this thing, is the faster we get to go back to some form of normalcy. We just again it, So, well, I think unless we have people contributing to this thing with their own experiences about, renting places and things, I think we kind of exhaust that topic already tonight. It is unfortunate that the things run the way they run in Trinidad, and I would hope that somebody in the new cabinet, some ministry, and as I talk about ministry, I notice that absence. Two things I noticed. I noticed they put culture and the arts under one tourism, culture and the arts under one umbrella, which baffles me. And I see I'm not saying that there isn't, but I have not noticed any environmental department in the ministries. And I was mentioning recently how huge the landfill in Claxton Bay is right now compared to how I knew it to be about 15 years ago. You couldn't see it from the highway. No, you can't. It's in plain sight now. And that dump, you could not see it from the highway, because I used to go in the back there behind a girl back in the day. Now, this is not with my present wife, so they don't feel they get something to incriminate me with, right? That girl I used to go in the back there with. Well, not by the dump, but she had some family
by the
living
dump, is
in
by the
that
dump.
village after. You had to pass right by the dump. So I knew, basically, that's how I know.
Oh, Forest Park?
Yeah.
Must know that name, you know.
And if
I must know that name, you know. It's Forest Park.
No, that had problems in it, right? I was horning some.
Puncheon Park? Puncheon Park.
Puncheon Park.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing, thank God. It was close, but I was involved kind of with the woman.
He wants to say bless the good night going to the lady that says, Zaida, good night going out to you.
Hey, Zaida is back.
Yeah.
Good night again, Zaida. You are a frequent viewer of the show.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for your
yeah.
support.
Yeah, big time.
Well, I think we lost a lot of the people we had there because of the
Yeah,
break in the
yeah.
transmission.
Yeah.
So we close to wrapping up here now, because what's the time now? It's 9:30. Yeah. So we touched tonight on the COVID issue as usual. We'll probably be touching that every night, and we touch on the people paying rent, whether it be residential or commercial. They also have that issue where they say the government renting some building from the
For years.
AG.
For years.
the AG recently. They say
Recent? This one recent?
yeah, that's a thing. But I don't know. I don't know if it is that you have a building that meets the requirements of a ministry or department or government and they rent it from you. Is that a crime? Would you say it's conflict? It could appear to be, the appearance is it could be a conflict of interest because you own the building. However, we can't assume that it's because you own the building they rent it. But that is why it will appear to be conflict of interest because as a government minister you own that building and it's being rented.
Right.
We would hope, but I mean, Dr. Rowley said that it was actually being rented below market value. So apparently it was, you know, a discounted rate that they get it for. I don't know. However, that is something, I mean, that is things that we as citizens need to make ourselves aware of. Not the propaganda, not the, you know, the inflated stories that you just get, but the facts. You know, and you could ask for these things. There are people in Trinidad who do that. They request the information, and it is given to them, and then they highlight it on social media or wherever, any media, wherever. And so, you know, people could then respond with some facts to deal with, you know, rather than a hearsay thing. Hey, I hear that the man renting it, and it's because he owned it, they rented it. We don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a tendency of Trinidadians to just go with the bandwagon thing, something I hear. And that's what does make confusion with us because somebody will come and tell me something about you. You ain't know nothing about it, you know.
I cussed him one
And
time.
Bacchanal, and I stopped talking to you because I vex with you, I hear you. That time you ain't know nothing, you know. The person, and that person hears somebody say that you say it.
Colin, you know nobody could come and tell me about a Colin, boy, I see Colin. Can't come to me with them thing, you know.
Well, no, I mean, we go too far for that. We go back too far for them kind of thing. We know better than that. We know what to expect from one another. You understand? Even though people are surprised, people, but, you know, like, the first impression that you get if you hear somebody say, like, if I hear somebody say, Jamel say so-and-so behind your back, I'll be like,
I just stopped them one time.
nah, I doubt in it.
I don't even wanna hear-
I don't see that person doing that. I don't see Jamel doing them kind of thing. I know that man too long. For more than a half of my life, I know that man. And I never had a situation like that before. So I wouldn't see that as being a possibility. I would think that is just move along and people just trying to cause confusion because I have nothing better to do.
Boy, somebody was talking something, was last year, Colin. I put them in a place about you, you know.
Yeah?
I'm telling you.
Well, I want to know.
No, I ain't going to tell you because,
Nah.
you know, it's somebody you know. But I had to cuss them. I had to cuss them out.
Well, I accustomed with it. I don't think anybody exempt. I don't think anybody exempt from that. People always have something to say about you, regardless of whether you're good with them or not.
I was furious, mad.
What she said, eh, Stacey Ann again, she might drop the man. So why she feel you had to drop me home? I find Stacey Ann in trouble. You know. Rent is dead money. I agree with you. Rent is dead money. But if you can't afford to do anything else, what you going to do? You can't afford to build a house. You're going to have to do that.
So, Stacey, why you renting?
She say she come back and I go in.
Oh.
Which man from Shaguanas?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She think I from Shaguanas?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm not from Shaguanas.
This guy is not from Shaguanas. This guy is
I'm
salty.
Salt
He's
man.
a salty.
Yeah, original salt man.
You understand?
Yeah. Born in San Fernando, grew up in Siparia,
Alright, so.
basically. And
No,
then
she
all
wants
over
to mind your
Trinidad.
business. You know, she wants to mind your business. Tell she your business now. Your credentials. Give her your credentials, please.
All right, my credentials are these. I am a Trinidadian.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to do.
I thought you were Mexican.
Nah. Some people just feel I'm Spanish, Colombian, or kind of thing. When I was living in Rock Road, people asked me I'm from Colombia. When I was in Ethiopia, a woman come and talk Ethiopian to me and thought I was from Ethiopia. So
Your answer, she back?
apparently I'm an international kind of dude. Yes, Stacey, and she laughing.
Hey, so people, each and every Mondays to Fridays, you can catch us right here between the time of 8 until 10 o'clock. And also, don't forget, we have our pothole police. We're gonna kick it off.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
I can go to my first location will be tomorrow. Well, hopefully tomorrow morning I can go on location and I can videotape a spot. It's been like that for a while. It's been like that for a while. More than 2 years I've passed in the same location, and it's right now it's straight across the road. So I have my inch tape.
Yeah. Melvin.
Melvin, yes.
Stick man. Oh gosh. Yeah, Melvin. No, yeah, but like you were saying, yeah, we want people who hear and all try and share it, because we're trying to get this thing, we're trying to get this thing going. We're trying to make it big, and we can't do it without all it. So we appreciate whatever you all share it, whenever you all share it. And we will be doing some more like promos.
Yes.
To get people involved in the pothole police thing. Basically, it's like you report on potholes, right? You do a video. You could have somebody hold the camera for you, or you do it for yourself, your phone, whatever, and you do your video about a pothole, where it is, how long it there, how deep it is, how wide it is.
Yes. Work with your tape.
You could show cars avoiding it if you want. Be creative. We give it. We asking you to contribute to the show in that regard, and then when we get them, we'll do whatever compiling and editing so that we could present it on the show on a nightly basis, for that matter, as long as we're on. So we just basically, that's what I was saying before, we're trying to develop the program so that it will be, a lot more interesting, a lot more exciting, and people have something other than going and stand up in the road and drinking beer to do.
Yeah.
Or watching Netflix, right? Because there's only so much Netflix you could watch, So local content and interactive. That is what we're trying to do. So we appreciate what everybody could contribute with, and hopefully, we could get this thing, moving along. Stacey and Rel. Maya say don't forget her jersey.
All right, Maya, no problem. I don't know who doing jersey, but I don't know who rock up this jersey thing, but Stacey, your cousin Commerce, your cousin Rockaway,
Stacey is trouble.
I don't know who gonna be printing jersey with Colin's corner, but put it in your mind, yes, we're gonna do something like that. In the meantime, between time, you know what to do each and every Mondays to Fridays between the time of 8 and 10 o'clock. You can catch us right here doing our Colin's Corner. And also, we're going to kick off our karaoke reruns. Hopefully by next week, I think. But we're just getting things together right here. I may just play some tonight, too. And in the meantime, between time, bigging up to the man himself, Mr. Craig Muglal, all the way in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Also, Miss Erica. And big shout out going out to you, too. So let's play one commercial. Gonna be right back. Don't even touch that dial, people. Don't even touch. Don't. Take your finger off. Take your finger off.
Take heed, my brother. Stay home, my sister. Wash your hands and wear your mask now. Corona will kill you. Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
This one's for the whole entire world. Big up Shiva Lakan, Jamel Fortune, Foots, Hands, Rishi, all frontliners. For this version, COVID-19 Corona. Shiva, sing man.
Stop congregating, practice social distancing. Forget the dollar, let's put our hands together. Stop congregating, practice social distancing. Forget the dollar, let's put our hands together. Your country needs you, your family loves you.
Yes, we do.
Let's all unite together. Corona, corona, corona. Stay home now, stay home now, stay home now. Have to stop the spread of this corona.
We must
Corona.
The address is, scroll along a little bit there, please, Jamal, is jta.okcoupons.net. If it's real, I don't know. We were trying to open it just now and it did not open. So I don't know if it was just a glitch or if it is some spam thing. Because you know the internet full of that. So we're just giving you that information. I don't know how real it is. This came this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. and we just noticed it. So if it is real, you all could let us know and we'll probably spread the word. If it isn't real, please also let us know. I will try to see if we could access it after the show and probably inform you tomorrow when we do the next show. And tomorrow's edition, I'm telling you now, is going to be Indicator edition.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to talk about Indicator for 1.5 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
But basically, we're going to deal with the road habits
Teach you all how to drive now.
of Trinidadians and maybe correct
Yeah.
some of the misconceptions we have about driving on the road. Mainly the misconception that you are alone on the bloody road when you're driving. All right? And we're going to touch on all the things affecting the situation on the road because I just be on the road every day and I see some kind of thing. Yesterday, I witnessed a trailer truck breaking the light long after the light changed. In fact, I was confused what I was seeing. I was seeing green light for me and I was coming up to Dansdale and a trailer truck was crossing. And then today, I was by the St. Paul's Home for the Aged on Root Avenue by the intersection by the lights. I saw the light. I was waiting for the light to change to green. It changed to green. A car broke the light right after. I started to move off the major road. And then another car, and I had to mash a certain brakes. Another car casually drives through. Some of the dotishness that's be going on the road, and we're going to deal with that extensively tomorrow night. Is one of my pet peeves. I could talk a whole lot about that dotishness. Because that's why I'm saying when we come and we're doing this show, and I think I want to change the name from Colin's Corner. We had to find a better name.
Yeah.
I think I want to call it the Electric Zabuka.
Why?
I don't know why. I just like that, Electric Zabuka. You understand? Zabuka is you wouldn't forget that kind of thing, Electric Zabuka. What's that? So tomorrow we will deal with that extensively. I think we could probably do 2 nights on that.
Yeah.
But we want to just get people, the more people get involved in doing the right thing, is the better for all of us. Same thing with the corona, same thing with the driving, same thing with the business practices. We're going to have to deal with that. Some unscrupulous business owners who want to stick you with our plans that are good. You understand? And Stacey, and say good night. Yeah.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah, so I think she believed that we're leaving now. She checking the time. Yeah, we have about 12 minutes again. So, that is what we're doing. We focusing on self-improvement, but not like that is doing on long time on community dateline. We making it fun. We want to, if we had to figure out how to get those videos. If you're sharing videos with us, please share it on WhatsApp. That way we could download it to the computer so that we could air them like what Melvin just do. Melvin, thanks for the video. We was watching it earlier. It looked like real kicks. And that's the kind of thing we want to do. Not just, it's not just going to be about videos and stuff. And maybe what we should try to do as well, when we get videos, we could look for them. Just review them before and comment on them while it's going on. So don't forget the Pothole Police. We're looking for material. Or let's send in all the videos. Like we say, be creative. Dress up in a police uniform or a security uniform and do your thing. Or do it as simple as you want. Whatever you feel comfortable with, just as long as you send the videos for us so we have some material to use. And we could, and we could at the same time hopefully get the people responsible for maintaining or not in karaoke live. All right then. Yeah, find the track. I'll sing it for you all. You stay on live or extra. This Stacy is real trouble, boy. Oh Lord, like she bored. You see, you sound like you're bored. Nah, not that one.
Yeah, nah.
Nah,
Gosh,
I
this
sing
one.
a long time, boy.
Boy, this
Not that
one.
one.
This one, please, please, nah.
no.
What other one? Nah,
Wonderful world, boy.
Nah.
Gosh, boy. All right, so I'm gonna end the show singing a karaoke song. I have not sung. I think the last time I sang, it was at one.
Don't
of
worry
the
that.
karaokes.
Don't worry with that. Hey, the man himself, Colin, live.
Oh, so long for this night I prayed that a star would guide you my way to share with me this special day where a ribbon's in the sky for our love. If allowed, may I touch your hand, and if pleased, may I once again, so that you too will understand. There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. I bust it, I can't remember how it went. This is not a coincidence, and far more than a lucky chance. But what it is what was always meant, is a ribbon in the sky for our love. Love we can't lose with God on our side. We'll find strength in each tear we cry. From now on, it will be you and I, and a ribbon in the sky. I'm not trying that note. There's a ribbon in the sky for our There's a ribbon in the sky for our love. Put me on the spot there, boy.
What spot, boy?
Yeah, it was
What spot?
Make me sing two tune, boy.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark singing night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors
saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. Then I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh,
You do that deliberately. I realize that, and you put that song because you want to put that song after.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, it takes us to 9:57. So thank you all for joining us. We'll do it again tomorrow night. God's spare our lives. So everybody keep safe. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the encouraging words. Thank you, Christopher Reynolds. Thanks very much. I am humbled by your compliments. And what does Melvin say? You could touch her hair without she being...
What?
Melvin... Melvin is very trouble, yes.
Melvin, have a good night. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
To each and every one, each and every year, wherever you are, be safe. Don't forget sanitize.
And don't congregate by the bars, please.
Yes.
I know none of us who here listening doing that kind of dotishness, but Stacey says she gonna make a bottle for you. Yeah. But yeah, let we let we be responsible and encourage everyone else to be responsible. Don't be afraid. Don't buff nobody. People don't want to get on wrong and strong, but encourage each other to do the right thing so we could beat this coronavirus thing. And of course, put God first before everything else, because we can't do nothing without the Creator. Right? So, I out of here.
We out of here.
We out of here.
We pulling out of here like a tweezer.
Like a tweezer.
You have a tweezer?
Yeah.
You have a tweezer, right?
No, I could. No.
Hey, we out of here. Have a good night. Love you all. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Oh. Hey, we out of here.
Even though the road is long, no matter what come, I know I'm gonna make it. Yes, I'm gonna make it. Even though the road is long, no matter what come, I know I'm gonna make it. Yes, I'm gonna make it.